Recently, one of the things that have come to light in my life is the danger of perception and how people interpret your actions and how you are as an individual. Since I started doing lingerie as a business, I have often had people misconstrue the type of person that I am just based on what I do. And I guess this post is more to kind of implore to everybody out there that you need to be careful what preconceived ideas you come up with when it comes to others. Yes, we do tend to project our best self-image when we are on social media. And yes, we do tend to want people to see the best in us. But even sometimes those who see us at our worst and our messiest can still misconstrue the way we are as an individual. And, you know, I like to be in the social media side of things, mostly because of my branding. I actually never used to like being in the public eye. I used to quietly write my blog posts as a form of expressing myself, and then just to have something online. And I've recently discovered that I'm a bit of an exhibitionist, and that the high that I get, the thrill that I get from doing social media shoots and things like that has helped me boost my confidence and helped me come out of my shell. Unfortunately, what happens is then you go and post those things and share them. That's Harlequin. Then you go and post those things and share them, and people start to think that that's all you're about, that you are a schmodel, that you like getting attention, or you're doing this to get attention, when it actually boils down to brand development. So why I do what I do is for myself, yes, but it comes in handy for my brand development. So I get to use my photo shoots to build the profile behind my brand, because I live, eat, sleep, and am entirely my brand. My brand is not narcissistic. It's very far from the look at me kind of attitude that is out there. The photos that have been captured of me by mostly Taryn Catherine Photography, because she does most of my shoots, those photos are taken not because I arranged the shoot, but because Tassie says, hey, do you feel like doing a shoot? Let's go have some fun and let's put it out there. You see in my videos, like, I'm never really like particularly overdone up, unless if I've just decided to film after a shoot, which I think I've done once. I could be way more done up than this. So image is not the most important thing for me. Reputation, on the other hand, is very important for me. And I think, that also goes hand in hand with who you choose to socialize with. If you choose the wrong social circles, people tend to put you in the bracket of those individuals. So suddenly, if you're with dodgy friends who get up to things that are less than savory, then you are obviously attracting that sort of energy into your life, that perception is you are just like those people. So yeah, I don't really know where this post is going, but like I said, there's just been a few things as I've been going through my transition, after leaving my marriage and just kind of working through stuff. I'm starting to recognize that the person I was a few months ago, or even week on week, is not the person that I really am yet, and that I'm still discovering myself. And I do believe we continue to evolve as individuals. But I am now mindful of how, what I put out there, how that can be perceived. I am going to be more careful with what that sort of effect would have on others whose paths I cross. You know, committing to a way of being doesn't have to be a permanent thing, but then you can't get upset when people are left feeling confused, because you're not who they thought that you were, and you can't control, you know, what people think or feel or what they perceive, you know, within you, but you can be mindful of what you put out there. And I've definitely, in my vulnerable times, have put out a very raw, vulnerable side of myself. But as I've grown stronger, I've started to recognize what my boundaries are and then toe those boundaries. And unfortunately, those are not always perceived or received in a really nice way. So you've kind of got to just trust it and go with it, because you can't compromise your boundaries for anyone. You can't be somebody you're not, and people are going to get upset about it, but at the end of the day, this is who you are, and they're going to see the negative in it, and you can't change how they see it, especially if they don't like what you have to say. So I hope, I don't know, it feels like something I need to say at this point, because I literally can be so in tune with anyone around me that, you know, they will perceive me as they wish. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a chameleon, but I would go so far as to say that I understand people really well, and I connect with people really well. And even my authentic connections, you know, there are times when I have to pull back for myself, especially with what I've gone through in recent months. So, and unfortunately, there has been some sort of casualties as a result of that. And do I regret that? Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to lose people that you care about in your life, but at the same time, you can't really control how people feel and think and behave and react, and it's sad, but it's a reality. When you are on this journey of self-discovery, there's always going to be casualty, and I'll be eternally grateful to anyone and everyone I encountered in my life, whether it was a negative experience or a positive experience. I will always be grateful, because I am the person I am today because of that. The good and the bad makes us who we are. We can't just embrace the good, we have to celebrate the bad too. So yeah, I hope this resonates with you. Okay.